Ninth in the top five. Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Washington Huskies, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Hawkeyes will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Washington's offense will take the first swing of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Sharp. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Wall. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to fire. Fires it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so...
There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were...
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
So Iowa's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Buys a little extra time. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Back to pass on second down. Using the quick game. Oh, he's got some space. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Makes the grab on the left.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second. And they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's reeled in and sharp. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires left. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
On their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Huskies! Fitted in the window for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first out of here.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Ole Miss. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He was trying to get that return goal. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Finds the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Here's the handoff. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Let's go, let's go. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back. 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to throw it again. He'll get rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Needham. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. Really nice. By both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
There's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. and the offense falls in.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll cut this lead down to 5. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Iowa City. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
And the Huskies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Now on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Sends it back in motion. Shotgun snap on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Brooks. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To give on the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go. Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 11 over Ole Miss. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Hauls it in. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The give out of the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wall. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught. Lowers those pads. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
What a nice Nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. That's caught. It's McCormick. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job there by the defense, not forgetting about the fullback. He's not just a lead blocker. He can catch the ball in this offense, too. They were aware of that, and they were able to make the tackle.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get enough.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harper. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the...
Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come...
Turning it on! Inside the 30. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Terrific catch and run before he stopped.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Now on the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Dead center perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Tennessee.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Huskies getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Sharp. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another 1st down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. At the 35, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no pick.
Touchdown, Washington! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's got it inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. They absolutely had to have that third. To keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Throws toward the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Washington sends out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
To the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Needham. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To the air on first down. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Needham. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll move the tight end. Going to swing it on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.